Hello guys, and welcome to a video about how I explain sine, cosine, and tangent in the simplest way I can. It's pretty simple if you know the basic things of trigonometry, and let's get started. So first off, there's a right triangle. You have to know the three lines are in this right triangle. However, let's say this is angle A. We need to know that first off, this is the hypotenuse. You probably learned that from like 5th grade, 6th grade, you probably know that. Anyways, the angle that is opposite to this is the opposite angle, and this angle is the adjacent angle. Pretty simple so far, right? So there was a triangle like this. This would be the adjacent. This would be the opposite, and this would be the hypotenuse. Sorry, I'm still I'm still trying to get a better accent. Fix my accent, I mean. Anyways, the next part. As you can tell, let's just go back to this. There are three things that we'll be covering this video, as I said before: sine, cosine, and tangent. You've probably seen these a lot on the calculator more than you've ever done it yet, but still. Anyways, sine. If you want to do these a lot simpler, you have to learn a word that is called SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, this actually stands for something. It stands for sine, opposite, and hypotenuse. And this would be cosine, adjacent, I mean, sorry, hypotenuse. This would be tangent equals opposite and adjacent. I hope that's how you spell adjacent. You might want to check that later. Yeah. And if you have this memorized, solving these questions will be super easy, trust me. Anyways, back on here. So this is A. This angle is A. But you want to find sine A. You didn't see anything. Sine A. But then, let's say, like, this angle would be like X, Y, Z. So as showed earlier, SOHCAHTOA, you have to memorize this. This is very important. And since we're finding sine, we use this part. Use this part. Sine equals opposite out of hypotenuse. And right now the hypotenuse is x, and the opposite of a would be y. So we can substitute this to make y out of x. So this would be the answer. Let's try a different question with cos. Don't mind the marker change. The cosine of a. Anyways, as mentioned before, this would be opposite. This would be adjacent, and this would be hypotenuse. As seen here, it would be cosine equals adjacent out of hypotenuse. And the adjacent right here is z. So we can plug that in to make it z out of x. One last question. Let me just like make it, whoops, make another one down here. another one down here, a, x, y, z. Anyways, back here, now let's try the tangent. Tangent, a. The tangent right here, TOA, it would be tangent equals opposite out of adjacent. Let me write that again. Sorry, like this is my first video, so everything's kind of messy. Opposite out of adjacent. And here, the adjacent one is z. So we plug that in, and the one that's in opposite is y because it's opposite. So y out of z. It's very simple if once you get it. So yeah, just remember SOHCAHTOA and your life will be a lot easier, trust me. Okay, before I end the video, let me just like give you some practice questions. Here is a couple pretty simple ones. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. There we go. I'll give you 30 seconds from now to solve this. Just skip ahead 30 seconds if you just want to see how I solve it, starting now. Was 30 seconds too short? Anyways, no, it would not be if you actually remembered SOHCAHTOA. Just in case, I'll just write it down here one more time. SOHCAHTOA. What was that? I have no idea. SOHCAHTOA. Anyways, when we're finding sine, remember what I said, SOHCAHTOA. This, since we're using A right now, we're using A, the opposite would be this. The opposite would be this angle. This would be the adjacent, and this would be the hypotenuse. See here what I wrote earlier, sine equals opposite out of hypotenuse. And since the opposite would be y, we plug in y, and hypotenuse would be x, so we plug in x. So sine A would be y out of x. Tangent B, like right here I wrote TOA for SOHCAHTOA. Tangent B, tan equals opposite out of adjacent. And XYZ, sorry, I forgot to write these. The opposite would be y. The hypotenuse would be x. And the adjacent would be z. So we just plug them in as usual. Y out of z. For here, cosine c. Since I guess I don't even have to explain this anymore. This is the opposite. This is the